Xtreme Productions DX200. This frame, I'm telling you, got it in my hands from Kim Lamb over at Xtreme Productions. Sent this over to me, and I'm going to be doing some testing and stuff on it. And just ordered a whole bunch of parts for it. I'm going to be doing the T-motor 2206 motors, and going with the Pico flight controller, the 20x20, some 30 amp ESCs, and this frame is the arms are 3.5 millimeters thick on this frame. And as far as the screws, you got all titanium screws throughout. And another nice feature is that you can take the frame and put it at different degrees. You can go from 0, which it's set at right now, all the way up to a 15 degree. So you got 5, 10, and 15 degree pitch. So that will help out immensely for some forward flight. And you're only looking at about 65 grams total for this frame altogether. The CNC quality of the aluminum that's on here is very, very nice. Very pleased with that. Comes with a strap and different mounting holes for different types of motors, I would take it. And which is nice too is the mounting for the flight controllers. As you can see, they're sort of kind of like on a slide, so you could take it and go from your 30 millimeter, unscrew it, slide it down, and it'll go to 20 millimeter. Other things that I can tell you about this, let's take a peek at some of the stuff. You can see that you're going to be going from a 0 degree to 5 degree to a 10 to a 15 degree pitch. I'm noticing that they do show that the VTX is sitting up on top, but you can get a smaller VTX with a pigtail and sort of kind of tuck it right underneath here. And there's plenty of room. Right at this given point right here, you got about, I think it was 14 millimeters wide at the widest point. As far as ESCs, you still got plenty of room. I found some ESCs online as well that will fit this thing perfect. They're only 12 millimeters wide. With the room inside the compartment, since I don't have to use a power distribution board, all I have to do is just use the Pico and run everything right to that, and that'll save a lot of room. I could probably fit the ESCs right underneath the flight controller, because I can put longer standoffs in here for the flight controller and raise it up. So that'll work out really good. And you can use an 1157 camera in this, and there's plenty of room, and you're able to screw it into them side holes and pitch it at will. And it's nice and protected by the front cover that they have here, because the camera does sit quite a bit back. Let's go into here and see what else they have. The details on this. It will swing 5-inch props, as you can see. The total cost on this frame is $89. And a lot of people right now are running 2206 on these. 2206, I think he was saying. So let me get back out of that. But all in all, I really like the look of the frame. I did add some decals right in here, sort of kind of recessed in a little bit. Let you customize it a little bit. You probably won't see much of it anyway once I put the ESCs in there. But again, like I said, I'm going to try to get the ESCs underneath the flight controller. I was opted to get the 4-in-1 ESC to save on some room, but I'm just not too happy with the 4-in-1 ESCs yet, because I'd hate to have ESC go and then I got to replace the whole board. And you know, for the cost of 4-in-1, just as better to get separate ESCs just for that purpose. So I can actually take the 2 ESCs and put them inside underneath the bay and put the rear ones on top of the arms, because really in forward flight the chances of hitting the ESC on the back arm are pretty slim. More so, you're going to get more on the front if you tend to having your quad pitched and you hit something. ESC can take most of the punishment. So other than that, I could always put them on the underside since this is a bottom feeder as far as battery installation goes. And other than that, I'd like to thank Kim Lamb over at Xtreme Productions for sending this over to me. And the parts are on the way. And let's take a peek at some of the parts I did buy for this so I could show you. Let's see, I bought the Foxier Aero camera so I can have some readout of my battery voltage, and put in the Foxier Aero, the Pico BLX micro flight controller, and Brother Hobby Tornado T2 motors, 2206 2600 kV motors. And I'm going with the favorite Little Bees, the FVTs, 35 amp 2 to 4 cell ESCs. And then for my VTX, I'm using the LT200, and I'm going to put a pigtail on it. And so I ordered an SMA connector, and I'll be using the XSR receiver, which will fit perfectly in there. It's a good size for it. Other than that, the thing should be ready to go. And again, thank you Xtreme Productions for putting this out. Should be a good quad. Thank you.